The Longest Midnight by Teddy Seussa. Circle C 2022, No Shrinking Violet, all rights reserved. Dewdrop. Dewdrops keep falling as tears. Touching the ground, something beautiful comes up. In the middle of this pain, crying hard and freely, not ashamed to weep because the heartache is too much. A slow, steady woe of aching sprinkled in the anguish, poured out on the earth. Those flowers blossom into the scent of victory. Parallel universe. Awkward schedule running off kilter, existing in a universe parallel to the world. Time is sped up quicker than before. Is it just me? Have I been living in another time zone? If you have seen clocks hanging upside down on mantles, maybe you know about time running awry. It's coming to a head. I need to sit and breathe. Until then, I will watch vigilantly for time to stop hyperspacing and slow down. Short. Now a word from our frozen minds, locked inside a hollow body, a still, solid form longing to speak. It awaits the semblance of something, something small or something tall, unsure of what anymore. It is too soon to tell what exactly happens. When the footwork comes instead, is it over or too late for me to say? I don't know what it is anymore. It is too much to say, too much to think about. I don't have any more words to breathe. They are all sprawled out there, waiting for life to begin. Life. For a second, I breathe. In a minute, I stand still. For an hour, I walk alone through lonely valleys. In a day, I wait. In weeks, I hold on to hope. In months, I don't give up. In years, I don't forget who I am amongst the shadows of this land. I cannot let go of the joy which reaches my soul. Oh, down to the core. I cannot regret the choices made. I am not the mistakes. I am not the lost cause. I am going on. I am moving forward. I am not alone. I am putting together, running up against all kinds of weather, whether or not I like it. It is not a fancy. It is not a passing hobby. It is life, and I must take it on, ready or not. Hanging words. Every day is getting shorter or longer. Nonetheless, it depends on what you believe of the science of breaths. Some can't stand the thought of living in a pattern. Some can find in order to the stagnancy of time, and would choose to unsyncopate the lines. As conversation dawdles, as buses come out of yellow lines, the stories are driven by running dialogues in silence. Every moment is a blurb, a word pasted on a screen. Can you make heads or tails of anything? Running miniature creatures, blowing dandelion petals, sunsets and sunrises coming up and down the skies. Oh, I am a sitting muse, waiting for my cues along the side. Until I make an entrance, I observe and listen patiently to the world's never-ending sighs. The corners come up tautly, and a sunbeam smile, while the awkward talk runs on, a babbling book of rhymes, unmetered in iambic pentameter, wallowing in sorrows nowhere in their lives. As you read a blog on your smartphone, I sit down with a book, poring over its pages. Thousands of times I have looked. You speak to it incessantly, cursing something stone-faced, something that won't give you ears or eyes or share in your opines. In the frigid conversation, in the staggering lines. Oh, how time flies. If the world is indeed an oyster, and we are called its pearls, can we offer up wisdom worth sharing with our future boys and girls? We rotate new ideas with our philosophies and theologies, making sense of everything, then dash them on the rocks, once confronted with difficulties. Still, with our long-winded conversations, our empathies and whines, so it is with our lives. Hanging up words with the sheets, among the common village gossip dangling in the street. Interpreting the signs and signals portrayed in pantomime, whilst we ponder side by side. There lies the textured chatter, splattered quickly in such shrines, little portraits of our times. Indigo. Does anyone know what indigo is? Can anyone tell me? The shadow behind the skies, watching beyond the clouds. The song in the lonely hours, pouring out in sorrowful tones. When moments of sadness overflow, there is nothing left but billows, rolling in the deepest sea, mysterious, boundless depths of searching. Indigo, what can you be? A flower exploding petals, the richest of hues, dewy sighs of delight, morning, evening, and noon. Evening draws on her silky garments, shimmering for her dance, under the candlelit beams, wearing her pearls into the late hours. Indigo, who are you? Are you waiting for me? 2 points. My brain got lost between 2 points, at the intersection of here and now. I worked to find it, but it's nowhere to be found. Where or how it happened, I can't say for sure. But I lost my mind. I must be either crazy or wild. I am scavenging among ruins, faded dreams, lost glory days I can't relive with relish. I must relinquish them from my existence. I am a misfit toy, no place for me to go. Just search and believe this block shall move. Incompetence, ignorance, impossibility dissolving to nothing. Hope, help, healing, enter tranquility. From the chaos that was between the 2 points, at the corner of 5 seconds and this moment, I'm awaiting release after dauntlessly seeking relief in the space between 2 points. Hands. Hands to give or take, to hold open or close upon the world, containing all I want inside, keeping out any possibilities. Open hands to give what I have away, closed to clasp and claw the prospects, whittled down to nothing. Opened, I awaken new days, new hopes, new dreams. Closed, they disappear from sight. Hands to choose my destiny. Will I fulfill all I'm meant to in the moment, months, and years, or limit my options as I feel best suited? Hands to hold and hands to mold. Hands to shape and hands that make the world a better place. Hands that harm and hands that heal. Hands that break and hands that seal a promise. Hands to give or take. Which ones will they be today? I wonder if you wonder. I wonder if you wonder along the shore, while the tide rolls in and time fades into gray. I wonder if you wonder when daylight pours its rays upon your face. As your soul lays barren, washed up in the waves, you long for refreshment, though water is at your feet. In the thousands of grains of sand, you wonder if someone will notice you, as they will notice me. Somehow we take each second for granted, the minutes to share our hearts with another. In a breath and a sigh, it passes by. Too quickly, take each drop in when you can. I wonder if you wonder when someone will carry you underneath wings of hope. Does the suffering grieve your heartstrings so much that the sun won't shine tomorrow? As you cry the next bottle of rain, you want to hide your head in the caves of remorse. You can't escape the past or run far enough for the dawn to catch you. Don't lose sight. Redemption has come. Open your eyes and heart, for tomorrow is come. I wonder if you wonder the shifting sands of life, the shoreline too long and the tide too high. Waves crashing, undertow pulling into its side, wiping out all hopes and success, all joy in this world. Tossing, turning, shipwrecked, sunken treasures, us boys and girls. But with compression, the presence in his hands. He takes these challenges, turning us into his pearls, precious, priceless, perfected by his trials on this lonely beach. I wonder if you wonder, on this rock, on this isle, isolation and desolation, seeking not to be stiff and still, but full of vibrancy and brightness. No one is an island, no one is a shore. Love will restore and heal the broken. Love is the ocean, and we are the sea, flowing, growing, feeding one another in plentiful, beautiful bounty. On goes its continuous fount, the water that never runs dry for the parched heart. I wonder if you wander along this shore, thinking and watching as time rolls on. But wait, don't lose heart. You can't give up now. Hope is alive. It lives for tomorrow. Trial by fire. Trial by fire, burn me pure and clean. I want to stand up and be seen without blemish, real as can be, sure and steady in the sight of thee. Sharpen, refine, hone this desire. Make me ready to be seen, that I might be strong and mighty in the face of adversity. The deep, dark side of love. Tasting the deep, dark side of love. Though it is bitter, the seas are impossible to swallow. I shall overcome the feeling I am nothing, 'cause I am something, taking a risk in the dark, shining a light. Though the thoughts of hurt and hate attack from every angle, I have no fear of such piercings. I am coming out stronger. Your words and your silence won't scar my body. I am Teflon. I am resilient. You are leaving me nothing except stronger. Running. Running into the unknown, unsure where to go. Falling, the light is flickering glimmers. I hold speckles and I run, hoping against doubts and fears, though I have no exact calculations, no time or date stamped in perfect lettering. I go forth bursting with all my might, taking each step in stride. Though the pain strikes my soles, though it stings down to the marrow, I keep running. I can't give up until I climb the highest ground. While I seek while I run to the clouds, where I find refuge, I will seek you out, the source of my rescue. I will seek you now, and I know you carry me in the shadow of your wings. Underground. Perhaps now is not the time to be unearthed. Perhaps I enjoy being underground. Perhaps I like the thrill of mystery. Not everyone needs to know all the details. Some words are best left unspoken. And I like to guard my tongue. It is a loose thing, needing restraint against its aims to destroy me. Perhaps you think I am too harsh a master, but I need to be smart and mete out the weights that come in bearing my image to the world, my real self unbridled, but quick to see the false face that lies underneath the masquerade. Perhaps you don't understand it yet or know what it means to live in the light of reality. So perhaps someday you will learn to light the world on fire and know the song of joy. Brokenness. We don't need another program. Jagged, ragged, deep breaths. Can hardly stand to draw them in, tearing me apart inside. Gravity falls upon my skull. I wonder if there is any room for me. Each pocket of air is getting thin. The walls are caving in. It is enough of a hassle, grappling with the shadows of sleep. When awakening from the dark, it is light that is fragile, a prism's beam that springs to life. I wonder if that's ever going to change things. As we scramble toward the wreckage of our souls, we don't need another theorem. We don't need another path to roam. We only seek a place to run after time collapses, when all is said and done. Swallows of sandstorms, strands of the former life, thousands of castles in the air, all have come to ruins. Longings unfulfilled, desires forsaken, hours spent helpless, bruised by circumstances. Well, I wonder if there is any room for change. As we pull on doors leading to destruction, we don't need another program. We only seek a place to run after broken things when all is said and done. This world is full of confusion, no rest for the weary. When you think there's a solution, perplexity enters the side gate. Why do we try to go our own way? We don't need another process. We don't love it in the wilderness. We only seek a place to run after brokenness when all is said and done. When all falls apart, when nothing is left to hold on to, when there is nothing left to do, when we have no more resolutions, when we are at wit's end, longing for a real friend, when we lose all pride in the world's eyes, when the state of our souls is barren and dry, when all is said and done, when all is said and done.